He built an empire, but he could not govern himself. There's a sickness in modern culture that nobody wants to name it.
Hey, beautiful souls, welcome to an episode of Spiritual Juice Podcast for awakening souls needing a dose of clarity, courage, and cosmic inspiration on the journey of becoming the best version of yourselves. Please allow me to introduce your host, Yvette Irvin, who will pour you a refreshing blend of soulful insights to help you align. So grab your cups and let's get into this juice.
So let's get into this. It's about how we praise men for discipline and business. And we celebrate men for waking up at 5 a.m. every morning and grinding at the gym and mastering their craft. They do everything. They're building wealth and they're becoming the best and the most elite performers. And we call these men focused. We call them kings. We call them high value. But then many of these same men become reckless. They become sloppy. They become impulsive, spiritually bankrupt. You see, when it comes to women and it comes to intimacy and loyalty and legacy, how can a man have discipline everywhere except where creation is happening? You see, how can a man manage millions, lead teams, memorize plays, build companies, and still be ruled by lust and ego and appetite? This is not mastery. No, masculinity. Compartmentalized masculinity. That is a man who trained his public image, but never ever trained his inner world. Because true discipline is not selective, and true character is not seasonal. True power does not collapse in private. No. And this is why so many women become disappointed. They become hurt. They become hardened. You see, they meet a man who looks accomplished on the outside, and he's polished, he's respected, he's wealthy, he's admired, and they assume success equals maturity. Oh, they assume status equals integrity. They assume achievement equals healing. I got news for you. Because titles can hide. They can hide wounds. Money can hide. It can hide immaturity. And fame can hide chaos. Before we go any further, don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe so we can get this out there. You see, a man can be elite in performance and still be emotionally underdeveloped, immature. He can dominate a court. He can dominate a boardroom, even a business, and still be a boy in his relationships. That's the deeper issue here that we're talking about. Many men were taught how to win in the marketplace, but never taught how to govern desire. Yeah, they learn competition, but they never learn commitment. They learn so many things. They learn strategy, but not sacredness. And they learned other things like discipline for profit, but not discipline for legacy. That part. When a man, he lacks reverence for intimacy, for women, women become casualties of his unfinished inner work. This is why so many modern high-value relationships, they collapse. They don't work out because people are simply dating for resumes instead of souls, instead of hearts. A woman sees success and she thinks safety. She thinks security. A man sees beauty and he thinks, wow, possession. But neither asks, is this person whole Is this person healthy? From a lineage perspective, this matters very deeply. Who you choose romantically affects lives. It affects children. It affects nervous systems. It affects future generations. And to top it all off, family culture. You see, love is not a casual thing you just play with. And intimacy, it's not random. Partnership is not lust. And it's not just chemistry, it's destiny work. And many people, well, they're entering sacred spaces with unhealed people wearing expensive masks. And this is why both men and women, they must stop. They must wait a minute. Stop confusing accomplishment with emotional capacity. They're different. And men must stop believing that sexual chaos is somehow connected to masculinity. It is not masculine, it's animalistic. To conquer many women and fail to conquer yourself. It is not powerful. It's not powerful to be respected publicly, but yet on the other hand, reckless and private. And it's not alpha to leave damage wherever you go. It should be more like everything you touch turns to gold. You see, real masculinity, it's stewardship. Real masculinity, it's restraint. And masculinity, it's devotion. Real masculinity is protecting what you touch. And for my women out there listening, do not be hypnotized by status. No. Look for something else, something more precious. Look for consistency. Look for humility. Look for things like how he handles desire. Look at his character. Look for whether his private life matches his public image. As a man without inner governance will eventually leak chaos into every room that he enters. I know a lot of people right now on the internet, they're having a field day, and they're talking about two of our public figures, Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson. It's all over the internet about what went down in the big breakup. And while this episode, it doesn't speak directly to their situation, but it applies to every situation. I hear a lot of men speaking on it, and they're speaking on it in a negative way. And it kind of disappoints me because I would expect more maturity. It's very telling. After all, why wouldn't you want love to win? And from the side of the ladies, she's part of the culture. So we wanted to believe that a woman from the inner city could come along and work hard, be super talented, educated, confident, beautiful, and in her feminine energy. This is everything a man says he wants, only to find what she perceived to be a man of value, a man at the top of his career, at the right season in his life, where maybe he might be ready. Maybe he might have learned a few things. Because not only is this man at a certain time in his life, but he is a second generation millionaire and born with privilege. But the hope was that these two could come together and win in love and in other areas of their lives, and how it would uplift so many of us. If so many women hope. Like, yeah, maybe there's some good men out there. The love of a good man. Oh, a woman could soften and she can finally feel respected, she feel protected. And this could have been the gold standard, but the glass, it was shattered. And it's okay because that's life. And no one knows another person's destiny. We are side-eyeing the men these days. The ones talking about they want to be in relationships. We're thinking twice because even the smartest, we can be bamboozled. This is a cultural moment and it's exposing something really important. Success without soul is empty. And there's a quote. from the Bible that says something like this. What good is it for someone to gain the whole world, but forfeit their soul? There it is right there. And if we want healed unions, healed families, bloodlines, then we must raise the standard beyond money, beyond fame, and beyond image. And we must begin to ask, can this person that I'm intimate with, can they love with discipline? Can this person honor what is sacred? Can this person build legacy, not just headlines? That's the real flex. If you're ready to stop choosing people based on mass and status and wounds or just surface level stuff, surface level energy, and start choosing from wholeness and discernment and self-worth. My book, Self-Love, Becoming the Love That You Seek. I think you need to check this book out. It was written for you because the love that you seek begins with you. It begins with these standards that we must begin to have. And when you heal, everything in your life changes, including who you attract. All the information is in the description. And that's all I got for you on this episode of Spiritual Juice.
Thank you for listening to Spiritual Juice. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share this good energy. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a review.